Hey guys, Lucas from iExplorer here. Today we're going to do some street photography in this area called Zoshigaya, which is kind of a retro part of Tokyo, not far from Ikebukuro. There's also a festival going on apparently today, so we'll see how that goes. We're going to try to check it out later. Of course, if you want to support the channel, we really appreciate if you support us on Patreon, but also we do provide a photo map, a map of photo spots around Tokyo, and soon we're going to add Osaka and Kyoto to the map as well. So if you really want to help us out, check out the map and then you get something for yourself if you're visiting Tokyo. And of course, sign up for a workshop. We'd love to see you in a workshop as well. But anyway, let's get on to the video.
iExplore.
So this is the first video we're shooting in well over 6 months. It's now July and we last shot videos in December. And you guys probably noticed that we're posting a lot less often on the channel recently, and that's just because, as I just alluded to in the intro, we are doing lots of photo workshops. We've gone back to, our bread and butter as iExplore, which is photographing, or not photographing, but showing people around the city and, showing you guys how to photograph the city and where to go and all that. So we've been very busy. But the channel is not dead. We're not giving up on this. We're going to keep making videos for this channel. I'm really enjoying the process of making these videos. We just got to balance it with the time and whatnot. So like right now, I just want to say that the plan is to release a video a month on average. Maybe we'll go a little faster sometimes, but I don't think we can stick to once every 2 weeks or once every week like we did last summer, just because there's just too much going on. But anyway, here in Zoshigaya, this is a really cool area, and you can see it's very busy today because there's this festival going on. But before we go into this area where the festival actually is occurring apparently, I just want to look around here a little bit. I love these retro kind of, little passages here. I love this kind of stuff. Those of you who've watched the channel for a while know that I like these kind of strange environments. Like here, these glass blocks together with this like electronic stuff here on the left. It's kind of cool. Oh, by the way, keep the shutter sound on. And a little side note, they added some shutter sounds to the Z9, so now you can change it. So actually, let me show you guys. I'm gonna go through some of these. So that's type B, here's type A. This is the original. It's kind of corny, I don't like that one. Honestly, they're all corny, but I use them for the video because it's easier to know when I took the photo for the purpose of making these things. Then here's type B again. We're gonna go C. It's kind of a old school film drive one. What's D? This is like a leaf shutter kind of sounding one. And lastly, type E. This is the funniest. It's just a beep. It's like a bomb going off. Hold on, here we go. That's what it sounds like to me. So let's go back to B. This is the least annoying sound. It's actually kind of similar to what the D4 sounds like. Of course, much weaker, but it reminds me of that sound. Let's see here. Do I want to shoot any? I think there's one more cool retro thing over here, and then we'll head up that street back there. Yeah, not that cool. I like this old style building, but I don't know if this is really worthy of a shot here. Sort of neat though. And then we'll do a vertical one. I feel like there is a shot here of this building, but I got to figure it out. On the topic of like technical things as well, I should mention I got a new lens. This is a 26mm f2.8. It's a pancake lens. So if I take the hood off, barely any of a hood, that's how small it is. Super tiny. I had no idea this was even coming out. I was doing a workshop like a couple months ago, and the person I was with, he's like, hey, did you hear about the new Nikon 26? I was like, no, I have not. And he told me about it, and I can't get the hood back on. How does this go? I was going the wrong way. I looked on Amazon, there it was, I bought it immediately. This is just perfect for me, I love it. This has been on my camera more often the last few months than the 40mm. Oh, here we go, look at this beautiful retro greengrocer. Get a shot of this. Oh man, having the shutter sound on is so, like, I feel like there's a spotlight on me. Oh, this is beautiful, this retro greengrocer. Cool. Yeah, so for the fake, as far as the fake sounds go, these added ones are cool. I like this one. It sounds a little more, I don't know, a little less fake, I guess. That's not more anything, just less fake. Let's go a little more up the street, but then we will cycle back to that really crowded street with all the trees back there. It's extremely hot, by the way, guys. Oh, here we go. Here's a little moment. Let me get this little cute moment. This is where the flip-out screen is nice. It can be a little more subtle. Yeah, not much going on. I think we should keep going. Okay, let's go back around and go the main way I wanted to go. I just want to check out a little bit this street. So Shigai is an area I've walked through a lot because I live in Ikebukuro, which is not far from here. And then so I've explored around here on foot many a time. In fact, we came here today on foot. Let me see if I can get maybe another shot of the greengrocer here, maybe a little bit closer up. Nice. It's funny because like when we started this channel, and for years, of course, I had a big old SLR, D4. It was loud. The shutter was louder, way louder than this fake shutter sound. It's really loud, and I got kind of used to it being loud, and I didn't feel self-conscious about it. It just was what it was. Let's let this car go through. And even if I was shooting in a situation like that right there, it was just fine. It was whatever. Okay, it's a loud shutter, and okay, it's fine. But now that I've been using the silent camera for so long, like well over a year now, and then even before that, the Z6, although watch out for the truck axle. Before that, there was, I had the Z6, which wasn't technically silent, but was much quieter than the D4. I just got used to having a very quiet camera. So now that I have the sound on, this fake sound, I feel like a little weird and self-conscious. So it's kind of like, it's weird how you get used to things. But anyway, let's go into this little street. So yeah, in terms of this lens, I absolutely love it. As I said, it is fantastic for what I like to shoot. The size, the form factor and the size is awesome. It's so tiny. It makes this giant camera actually quite light. The other day, who was I hanging out with? I was hanging out with somebody, and I was comparing their like much smaller camera, like a mirrorless, normal sized Canon, not this big hunky thing, but he had like a zoom lens on it, like a 24 to 120 or something, and we compared weight, and this was actually lighter. Now, of course, he had a more versatile lens on his camera, so that's cool. But nonetheless, I like how kind of it makes this camera a little more manageable. But beyond that, it's a very sharp lens. It focuses fast. It's just cool. Works well for what I need. And I like 26. I feel like 28, 26, basically the same thing. I like wider lenses, especially with all the resolution in here. I've mentioned that before. I can crop a lot. So like I said, I'm more gravitating towards this than the 40, which I still use and still love. But this is overall better. The 40 has the advantage also of being an f2, which gives you more depth of field or shallower depth of field and more light and low light. But 2.8 is honestly plenty for a camera like this. No problem. Anyway, this street is sort of this famous, iconic Tokyo street with these beautiful trees, which I believe are called zelkovas. I'm not a tree expert, but I think that's what they are. And actually, come over here. This is something cool here. There seems to be like a photo of it back in the day of what it looked like in the olden days. You can see much more sky, less buildings. I don't know what exactly this says here. Maybe I'll read that on the screen later more carefully. But basically, this is an old, kind of famous retro street here in Tokyo. And at the end of it there on the left, there's a temple, and we're going to check that out. Ooh, so it's actually a little bit busier than we counted on, I think. Yeah, this is going to be tricky to shoot in, guys, because it's like super crowded. People are good, but when it's like this, it's a little crazy. All right, let's see what we can do. I'd love to, like when I'm in a festival like this, we did a video for Rico like this a while back at a festival. I love to shoot the activity in the actual food stalls, like people serving the food. More the people working than the people enjoying are interesting to me. Oh yeah, good, here's better. Not too crazy on this end. All right, let's go a little closer. find some interesting activity. Oh, here we go. Nice. Let's go a little farther. Mainly because I was standing in the smoke. Woo. Narandimasen. Dozo. Oh, here we go. This is very fun. Look at this. It's a little game where kids have to try to win something and try to get this lady running the game. This is where the flip out screen is awesome, guys, because it really lets me be super flexible. Oh man, this is so chaotic. Alright. Wow, so many retro games, like it's so old school. Like this little pinball thing here. Alright, let's see. So there's since I've been here before, there's one cool thing I want to show you guys. I don't know how cool it's going to look in this crowd, but let's go a little more in the crowd and check it out. There's a really old shop here that I want to see. Let's see if we can squeeze through here. It's way busier than I thought, honestly. Crazy. Oh, here we go. This is beautiful. This lady's gorgeously lit. I'm gonna get out of the way because I feel like I'm in the way. And I don't want to be. So I feel I got that. That was cool. Let's come over here. And so yeah, we're not going to get a great look at it, but let's see if I can shoot something from up here like this. But oh, here we go. I'll get a little closer. Oh, lovely. All right, so guys, this shop here is about 200 years old. この店何年ぐらいですか？200どのぐらい？結構古いですか？すみません？この店何年ぐらいやってますか？すごい。243 years old. Wow. すごい。あ、アメリカ。From America, yeah. Yeah. もうじゃあなんか買いたい。I'm gonna get something. 何おすすめですか？そうですね。あ、これはきなこ。きなこ、そうです。あ、じゃあきなこお願いします。I'll take like これですね。じゃあ2。Yeah. はい、すみません。ナイス。ありがとう。ありがとう。Thank you so much. どうも。写真いいですか？お願いします。すごい。ありがとう。上川口屋。上川口屋。あ、そうですか。ありがとう。Wow, well that was really cool. So it's 243 years old, guys, and it's called Kami Kawaguchi Ya, which Ya just means shop. Kami Kawaguchi shop. And I got some kinako, which is I feel like such a extra YouTube-y doing this, by the way. It's supposed to be photo thing, not YouTube-y thing, but right, let's try this. So kinako is like it's covered in it's covered in like a powder. This powder is made from soybeans. Right, it's like a soybean powder. But then I forget what the inside's made out of. Axel, what is the main inside? You know what it is, right?
What do you mean?
Like the powder's on the outside, but the inside is also soybean, right? No,
It could be just a biscuit.
It's not a biscuit. I gotta look up what it is. I've had it before though. You want one?
No, thanks.
I do like them. They're very good. They're not too sweet, which is why I got it because I didn't want something super sugary. Soybean powder everywhere, but it's kind of like a little bit dry. So now I'm gonna be really thirsty. Now here, this is what it looks like. Now, here's one that I didn't open yet. I got two of them. By the way, this cost 87 yen, which is super cheap. 243-year-old shop. Amazing. And I knew it was, I mean, I've spoken to them before. I knew it was that old. I don't want to go out on a limb, but apparently it's the oldest such shop in Japan, like a confectionery shop or candy shop. Anyway, I'm going to finish my kinako. I'm going to scarf it down because I don't want this, put this in my pocket. This powder's going to get everywhere. Actually, it's not the first time I've eaten. We had the gelato that one time and the biscuits the last time.
We did.
You know, it's not about photography. Sometimes you got to eat, right?
You gotta recharge your batteries.
Recharge my batteries. I don't know, guys, if you can see on my face how sweaty I am. It is a sauna in Tokyo today. It's like, it's got to be like at least 85% humidity, close to 100. And it's like 30 something degrees, whatever that is in freedom units. It's super hot. Nice. Oh, that was beautiful. Well, and he's gonna maybe, all right, that was great. I'm glad I got that. I'm glad we lingered around. That was beautiful. Let's go out the side here. We'll try to go towards this shrine. So basically there's a temple and a shrine in this little complex. Let's try to go into the shrine. Maybe we won't get stuck in this big line. Oof. Cool, it's not so bad actually. Let's pop out here for a second. I also want to mention, by the way, when we started this video, I didn't think it'd be like the shrine tour video, but it's kind of becoming that. I love this shrine for main reason I love it. This is the main reason. This gigantic ginkgo tree, which is massive. I don't know if we can get a closer view of it maybe over here a little bit. I think from here you can really see how huge this tree is. And ginkgos, when they're really ancient, they have these like things that droop down from the branches. I don't know what those are for, but it means it's an old tree. Anyway, super cool. But let's get a little closer to the shrine here. And then maybe we'll go out the side here. The shrine is not huge. It's actually the temple over there that's the main thing. It's much bigger. If we can go this way and avoid some of that crazy crowd. Cool. Now let's see which of these street vendors is the most interesting to shoot. Some nice activity. Something colorful and interesting. Let's go this way. Let's just head towards the shrine, I guess. I'm gonna keep my eyes open for some cool street moments, but I feel like it's just too jam-packed. When it's like this, it just doesn't really work. This is the kind of environment, though, I do like this little lens because it's, you know, it's short, so it's like very maneuverable, makes the camera nimble, and then it's pretty wide. 26 is fairly wide, so you know you can get a lot of stuff in when working close. All right, let's see here. Oh, maybe this fish seller is like salted fish. Oh, cool. Cool opportunity. Lovely. It's almost like he posed by doing that. It's great. Actually, maybe I can do one more from out here. And somebody arrived. It's not bad though. All right, let's go around this way towards the temple itself. All right. Well, look at this dude. He's cool. I love it. He's running like a gambling hall for kids. Kids casino. Fascinating. Now here we go. Here we go. Maybe now I can get a little bit closer. See the same. How much should I?
That's okay.
Thank you. I like him. Oh, there we go. So I lingered there a long time because there was this I was trying to get this perfect moment of the cigarette in his mouth, the light on his face and everything. I don't think I got it, but that was fun. That was worth a try. That was an interesting character. Well, this lady's fascinating as well. Let's move on. I also upped my shutter speed to usually I do 250 minimum, but I just went to 500 for that guy because there's plenty of light and he was moving a lot. I wanted to avoid motion blur. I'm going to keep it on 400th of a second because I can spare the ISO and I care more about lack of motion blur, sharpness. All right, finally at the front here. I think we can go look up there. We can't go inside, of course, that would be a little rude. I don't know, I don't want to go up there. I don't want to bother them because we got the gimbal and everything. We don't need to go up there. But from here we can of course see it. This is the temple. This temple itself is also very old. It might even be as old as that candy shop. I mean, obviously there was a temple here before there was a candy shop. But but this building itself might be kind of similar of age, in a similar age as the candy shop, so something like 200 years old. Let's check out the main passage here. Let's get some nice atmospheric shots.
Hey, hello.
Hello.
Hey, hello. Good.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I love that. All right, I don't think we're gonna go head back in there again because it's just too much. Too many people in there. And then this is just a little too chaotic. Let's see what's going on the side here. And then I think we'll make our way out of the shrine. I think we'll shoot a little bit more in this neighborhood, but I think we gotta get out of the chaos. This is a little too crazy. Especially trying to manage photography, but also the video camera too. Let's check out these guys. Oh, beautiful. This kind of situation is where this little 28 and Z9 just shine. Autofocus is spot on, face tracking is spot on. Oh, so much smoke. Nice. And then, all right, let's get out of here. I think we've done what we could in this chaos. Whew. I'm exhausted. Axel's exhausted. He's doing the exhausted like
Man,
face. That's what Axel just did.
people cannot see me doing, the swirling around you, but it's very tough.
Sure. No, I mean, every time I turned around, I was like, where's Axel? And he's always somewhere else. Let's go this way. Let's just move away from all this craziness. I don't even think I got that many good shots. There was a couple cool moments though. So, and as I always say, if I just get one or two good shots, or even just one, pretty happy with that. But yeah, it's funny. Like I was saying in the beginning of the video, we hadn't shot anything. Well, I'm like drenched in sweat. It's probably like 5 degrees cooler out here, away from the crowd and all the fire and smoke coming out of those, as we call yatais, which is a Japanese word for like a street vendor like that. So the yatais were crazy. Anyway, so yeah, this is like I was saying in the beginning of the video, this is our first video in 7+ months of shooting, since we shot the last one back in December. It's now July, as I said. We really went like hardcore. The first video, we just jumped right into a tricky shoot with all this chaos, but it's okay, it was fun. All right, so, well, we were a little ambitious. I tried to look for more stuff to shoot, but I realized this is gonna be a long video, so we're gonna end it here. I think the shrine and the festival that we saw is material enough. I think that was pretty interesting, better than we had hoped for. I hope you found the lens interesting. I talked a little bit about it. If you're thinking about getting one like this, I recommend it, highly like it. And of course, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting us on Patreon. That helps us out a lot. Also, don't forget to check out that map on iExplore.com or book a workshop next time you're in Tokyo. Anyway, thanks again, and remember, always challenge your eye.